Hello, and welcome to a special Facebook Live for Monday, October the 5th. My name is Glenn Kester, and I am Chair of Wheatland Housing Management Body and a councillor with Wheatland County. We are offering this session today to share some news about a new housing development for seniors in our area. And we are seeking your feedback to ensure a new space that delivers a healthy, sustainable seniors committee. If you have any questions during the session, you can type them in the comment section below. We'll answer them if we're able, or bring them back to our working group as community feedback if you need more information, or we need more information too. And that we have the best experience to lead this new project. Joining me today are Vicki Cook, the Chief Administrative Officer of Wheatland Lodge, and Barry Niffen, our Wheatland Hospice Society representative on the board.
Good morning, my name is Vicki. Glenn, Barry, and I are three members of a working group that is leading an initiative for the new seniors residents. This working group has drawn from expertise in the Wheatland County and the town of Strathmore. These are dedicated community volunteers, so you probably will recognize their names on this team. Leah Smith, Wheatland Housing Management Body Board Member and Village of the Rocky Ford Deputy Mayor. Denise Peterson, Wheatland Housing Management Body Board Member and Town of Strathmore Council. Len Vormans, a longtime member of the Strathmore Lions Club. We shared some news about our project about 2 weeks ago that we have engaged the firm Barry Architects and Associate for this project. We're working closely with George Barry, Isaac Martinez, and Caitlin Wilson from their firm.
Our current Wheatland Lodge is in good condition and our seniors are happy with the accommodation. But the original building is about 60 years old and it just doesn't meet the needs of the next generation of seniors. We also know that there will be an increased need in our local community for seniors accommodations. The Strathmore Hospice Society is also involved in the project so that we can offer hospice services for our community members and help people transition from an environment that they're already familiar with into the new facility. This new seniors residence will be a 165 suite project, but more importantly, this will be a community in itself. That's what we're hoping will promote healthy, sustainable living.
We want to get this project right, which means that we need to hear from the community. By listening to the needs of current and future residents, our team will be able to design a building that is right for the people who will live there. Barry Architects and Associates has developed a community feedback website and will be leading a series of community engagement sessions over the next 5 weeks. Due to COVID-19, we're hosting the community engagement sessions on live through Zoom meetings. If you aren't able to attend the Zoom meeting, then there will still be an opportunity to provide input on that week's theme for several days afterward. Each week will focus on a different aspect or theme, so that we can gather many perspectives on the project. We're sharing a link to the community feedback website now, and the dates of upcoming sessions. We'll continue to promote these sessions and the community engagement link through October. One question that has come up a few times is where this project will be located. Can you give me some insight into why we're not adding onto the current site and how the site will be selected? The current site right now is pretty well full of buildings, and there's just not enough room. And our thoughts and our hopes is through this engagement process, the community in your feedback onto what you want for a facility will pick the site for us. It'll be that way. Instead of finding a site that we're going to try and squeeze a building onto, we'll design the building and then find a site for it. There are sites in Strathmore for this. One question that came in yesterday is whether this new building will pursue built green certification. Barry, can you share some details about our architects?
Yeah, we went through a really great process to kind of narrow down all of our choices. There were so many great applications for our new project, but we've selected George Barry and his architectural firm. One of the partners or one of the people that's on our team is Isaac Martinez. He is a LEED certified professional, and that firm won a prestigious international award for innovative designs in seniors housings in 2019. So we will make sure that we're looking at every opportunity we can to make this facility green, and whatever certification that works for the facility, that's the way we'll go.
Okay, I see Strathmore Times has got a couple questions. What sites are being considered? As the community probably knows, the town of Strathmore has offered up their current site for where their current municipal office is. That's one site that the town has. This town also has another site at Kinsman Park. Those are two sites that are owned by the town. There are other sites in the town of Strathmore that could be considered, size and location. And again, we are waiting to see what the community has for where they want it, what's important to them. Do they want green spaces? They want it close to shopping. They want it close to downtown, restaurants. They'll avoid traffic, walking past. There's a lot to offer in Strathmore, so I'm thinking we want to take careful consideration and get this right. Okay. Another question we have, what will happen to the existing lodge space? There again, we're waiting for community feedback. There is a huge need in Strathmore and the surrounding area, Whelan County and the three villages of Rockyford, Standard and Azar, for suitable housing, care needs. We haven't made a decision on the present site. We are waiting for this engagement process. What is the timeline for design, construction, and moving in? I'm going to ask Barry, see if he can give us some light on that.
Well, that's a pretty open-ended question. We're going through, I guess, another avenue with Alberta Health Services, I think that's safe to say, that could change the scope of the project for us, could increase the number of residences that we can have in our facility. So we're kind of getting everything ready all at the same time. So with that, we realize that we have a need in our community for this. We've got an architect already selected. That will help drive where our site is, the size of our building, and the start time. So we've got everything in place to get going quickly, and our timeline will happen sooner than later because we've got everything in place and there is a need in the community for this.
Okay, what have you heard so far with community engagement? I'll go back a couple of years ago when we not first started, we've been thinking about a new lodge for 10 plus years. There was a site on the south side of the highway we were kind of looking at, and people heard about it. Didn't take long for the community to say, nah, they didn't want to go across the highway. They wanted to stay where all the people were in Strathmore. That it was a lovely spot, and we could have built a nice place there, but the community said, no, we don't want to travel across the highway. So we're really not even looking at that anymore. If you want to change your mind and go back, now's your chance to make comments on it, but that was one. Outside of that, we're just starting the community feedback. So hopefully when we're doing these sessions with George Barry, the answers from the prior week will be on the current week. So you'll have 5 weeks to get your answers back, and they'll be incorporated into that week's theme, okay? And will you be hiring local for construction? Well, we haven't started construction yet. We hope to. It's always best to hire local. The government, as you well know, like to have shovel-ready projects. This project has the potential to be shovel-ready come maybe even this year. We have to get a schematic drawing, which is the first drawing of plans. It's not blueprints, but it'll be a building, it'll be a site, and that is what our goal is, to get the schematic. Then the government will be on a shovel-ready project. We're trying to get that done before Christmas. So that's why it's so important to get the community engagement done now. Vicki.
Hey. Yes, like Glenn said, it is very important. We want everyone in the surrounding area to know about this project and how they can get involved. We'll be sharing regular updates on the community feedback webpage, and each of our partners will be sharing news as well. The most important next step right now is our first community engagement session that will be held this Thursday, October the 8th from 7 till 8. You will need to make sure that you share your download. Make sure that you download the Zoom meeting app on your device before the meeting, and you'll join the meeting from the Barrie Architects Community Feedback webpage. We're sharing the link again right now, and we'll continue to share this link through October. And you can also pick up on the link on our Facebook page from the Wheatland Lodge. You'll also see the dates for all the remaining sessions, and I hope you'll be able to join us. And the best way to support us right now is to help spread the word. Let your friends and neighbors know about this project and how they can provide input. We want to truly reflect the needs of our communities. I think also it's very important to really include our existing residents at the lodge. We'll be putting this up for them. We've already got all their iPads out to share this Facebook and the web page. They're all really interested, and we need to have their input most importantly.
Thanks, Vicki. I just checked the website for George Barry's architecture, and their page, our special website, or our special link, I don't know, I'm not a computer guru. It's not up and running yet. They're still developing it. It'll be up and running because we're going to need it for Thursday. So little patience. You can check out George Barry's website, and you can just flick it on. If it says page not found, no, your computer isn't broken. It just means the site isn't up yet. So a little patience there. They've been working on this quite diligently, and like I say, we like to get it done right.
We have a lot of work that we're trying to get loaded up there for that first initial presentation, and we want to make sure that we're doing it as right as we can.
Yeah. I want to thank all the members of our working group and our partner organizations. There has been a tremendous work contributed so far, and I am confident we're on the right track for this project. I also want to thank our team at Barrie Architects and Associates. We're impressed with the work so far, and we're looking forward to an incredible new home for seniors in our community. I hope to see all of you on our Zoom meeting this Thursday.